In depth today, and this morning we are taking a closer look at QAnon.
Here we go.
Facebook's recent announcement that it would remove pages, groups, and Instagram accounts that represent the conspiracy group.
Why and how are people being attracted to ideas and theories that
sounds like Alex Jones being taken off all the platforms too? They started with Alex Jones, and now they're going after a CIA-created QAnon movement.
Good morning, Craig. 3 years ago, someone calling themselves Q started posting cryptic messages online anonymously. By August, an internal Facebook investigation showed 3 million people were members or followers of top QAnon pages.
Noobs.
And an NBC News
They all follow
analysis
Q,
found activity
telling
on
you.
QAnon Facebook groups increased tenfold since the start of the pandemic.
It's called Operation Mockingbird. The CIA is laughing at you for following
In the
Q.
battle for Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh is key. Voters in the suburbs.
I am Q.
The state. Chloe Neely is a 29-year-old mom of 2. She spends weekends on the soccer sidelines. Tell me about life as a mom.
It's busy.
She's
When
a mask
COVID hit,
victim.
Her waitressing hours were cut back. That's when she started spending more time online.
I'll have, like 30 different notifications.
Most mornings, she spends about 20 minutes reading in.
I have like a group on
Instead of finding out
Facebook
about the
that
Council
they,
on Foreign
post,
Relations
different articles.
or the Trilateral
Her
Commission.
feed is filled with links to pages and pages of unsubstantiated QAnon theories. Along with nearly 1 million others, she subscribes to a Q-themed YouTube show. Explain to me who Q is.
Well, I believe it's like a group of several people that were, either in the military, intelligence, or no.
She has
A
no
good bit. They'll tell
idea.
you about like the dumbs, okay?
Deep
about,
underground military
the
bases.
Deep underground military bases.
Deep underground
That's
military
been
bases
out
where,
for
in this
years.
country?
We've
Oh,
known
yeah,
about
everywhere.
that. That's
They're
not just
everywhere.
from Q.
They're worldwide. And it's crazy to think
That's
about
true.
because, not everybody really knows.
There are
A
dumb
Pentagon
facilities.
spokesperson says while there are a few underground military bases, it is not true that they are everywhere all over the world, nor that people don't know about them.
Really?
Some QAnon beliefs are even more extreme.
So I guess Q's
Completely
doing some good
false.
work
Do
where
you
they're
believe
getting the government
this
to answer
idea
questions
there
like
is
that.
a
I think it's positive all around for people to be
Democrats
investigating
who
these
support
criminal elite
pedophilia, child
in our
trafficking?
I don't believe
government.
it's just Democrats. I believe it's
Pizzagate.
Republicans too. I mean,
Just call it Pizzagate.
judges.
Oh no, this video is
police
going to get taken
officers,
down. I said the word.
To be clear,
government.
I was talking about a literal
Pizzagate,
Pizzagate, like made out of pizza.
Chloe broke down,
Okay.
talking about unsubstantiated photos
Pepperoni
and videos she's
doorknob.
seen discussed in Q forums. I want to know what those clues are about.
Dude,
It is about the kids.
that's so sad.
And it's
That's
not.
true that this shit
He
is
believes
going on. It
President
pisses
Trump
me
is
off
the
right now.
hero in this story.
That
Do you
they've
believe
watered
the
down
president is stopping
pedogate
child
with Q.
trafficking rings?
Now it's just Q. That's
Yes,
you're Q,
I
aren't
do.
you? If
Is
you
there
study that
anything
stuff.
you
So
could hear in the media
This-
or
this
from
is such a
friends that
psyop.
would dissuade you from the beliefs that you've outlined?
No, there's just too much evidence. There's just too much.
yeah,
When we're
all the
looking
stuff
for
that's just
signs
come out about
of
Hillary. Oh my God,
look to
I could go on.
conspiracy theories
I should do a
to provide
video about
simple
that.
explanations
I just
for
woke up. This is
complicated
morning
events.
news,
Make sense of the world.
but
Yeah.
there's
Professor
been a
Alice
huge
Barwick
document
has
drop,
been
guys. I've been
researching QAnon
reading
for
it.
a year. Why is it
Here and there.
attractive to suburban
Listen to this.
moms in particular?
Getting involved in something that purports to help children is very appealing to a great deal of women.
It's not just women,
Right.
though. Chloe first found Q through her friend John Pope. So we figured, let's go find John and talk to him. Hi, John. Hey, I'm just gonna do this, okay? A week and a half after losing his job hosting karaoke at a bar because of the COVID shutdown, he says he found QAnon and now spends 13 hours a day online.
We've all been lied to. Remember, everybody's been lied to
That's true.
about everything, okay?
He
But
believes in a range
they don't-
of conspiracy theories about a satanic cult trafficking children, the Titanic, 9/11, and thinks Q may be John F. Kennedy Jr. Do you believe that JFK Jr. is alive?
Ugh,
My
cringe.
heart tells me yes.
Cringy.
I believe that,
Now
JFK Jr.
it's
could be
9/11
this
truth. Now I got a problem with
together.
this shit.
Except that he died in a plane
Now I got
crash
a big
in
problem with
Canada.
this shit.
He
You
was
better
fine.
leave 9/11 truth
That's
out of
what I
this.
said. Like I said, I believe in my heart that JFK
I
Jr.
am
is
not a
alive.
Q follower
I just don't think
by any
this whole
means,
Q
but I
movement
am
would have
an
been
OG
possible
9/11
had it not been for
truther.
JFK.
How many of your friends in the Pittsburgh suburbs do you think
This is
are
ridiculous.
into
Just
Q
a
also?
catch-all phrase for everybody. We're all Q now.
Do you feel like this is your family now?
Yes. Absolutely.
I don't think the people involved in QAnon are stupid. I don't think they're gullible.
They're
or any other
noobs.
stereotypes.
Let me
I
be
think
clear, they're
they
just
generally
noobs and they don't know how to
reject mass
articulate
media.
these
They
criminal
reject
conspiracies.
A lot of things that you and I might think of as true. But what this means is that we're starting to see a real schism in this country between what different groups of people think of as true. And that worries me.
Yeah, well, whose job is it to censor these people? That's the key issue.
To come across Q conspiracies, but Facebook is not yet flagging every individual profile. So John's profile, Chloe's Messenger group, still exists.
This is why I never
They
joined
also use
Facebook.
other social media platforms, guys, including YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard
Let's hear what they have to
Chloe
say.
praise President Trump, but does the movement as a whole support him? What do we know?
So there's no polling to answer that question, Craig.
Oh, yeah,
Anecdotal
polls work,
indications
by
are
the
that
way.
a lot of people do, and passionately, both Chloe and John do support the president. The president's been asked about QAnon and said, quote, "I don't know much about the movement other than that I understand they like me very much, which I appreciate." His comments in August were seen by
So
many
that's
Q
really what it
supporters
is.
as being
It's like I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I still act Trump. That's the problem with Q. Like, they don't realize Trump's a puppet for the Bank of International Settlements, having this new reset, this global reset with the World Economic Forum guys, the white shoe boys. Let me mute this.
Globally, the 10 warmest Septembers.
Okay, so that was propaganda, guys. That was them trying to. Oh, there's my cat. I got a kitten, a new kitten. The other kittens went to Texas with my old roommate, and this is my new kitten here. You see, I got Animal Farm, Brave New World, 1984. What do you do? That's Booch. Yeah, you see yourself on there? She's a calico, and we found her. She was running in the middle of the road, and she ran into a parked car inside of it and got burned on her side. And I just had to take her in, basically. She's too cute, man. And she's got a little burn on her side. You can kind of see. It's okay. She likes to play a lot. She's just a little kitten. She's got giant paws. But anyway, back to Q. So QAnon. What is with Q? All it is a psyop. It's Operation Mockingbird. If you study the CIA and how they control the media. And this is a perfect example of that, and how their own media, their Mockingbird media, is able to then create the public discourse, what is Q. And the fact that they added 9/11 truth in there really surprises me, because I have never seen any QAnon people talking about 9/11. Ever. Never once. And it's just, it's a shame, man, like, because I've put up so many posters, I've worked so hard to try to individuate that movement and try to make it its own thing. And it's not a part of anything else. 9/11 Truth, just let me be clear on that, is its own movement, okay? It's not a part of Q. So this purposeful skewing of the data, like they always do. What are you doing? Quit clawing the wallpaper. Oh, man. That's evidence that that happened. Okay. But yeah, they're trying to create a disinformation campaign to basically cast a big shadow over anybody investigating the government in any way, and saying that people have been conspiring behind closed doors, like Bohemian Grove, like the Bilderberg Group that we always talk about. Trump's main advisor Kushner went to Bilderberg. Kushner is like under the wing of Kissinger, guys. Trump is just another minion of Kissinger. That's, when they said Trump was talking bad stuff about our military guys, we know Henry Kissinger called them basically cannon fodder, and called them stupid followers, basically, and that they deserve to die, that they're just pawns. And maybe it's possible some of that rhetoric rubbed off on Trump. I don't know. I'm not going to defend Trump anymore. I am not a Trump supporter per se. I'm more of a political atheist now. I really woke up to the banks running everything, and that was. I trusted Trump at first, which was my mistake. You know, you never don't trust anybody. I've learned that lesson really the hard way here because of these lockdowns. Our governor, you know, just said that we're going to have to wait for the vaccines, and that's going to be coming summer. So we're going to have to wait till summer. It's going to be a hard winter, he was saying, our governor. So we got our big problems here in the States. I don't see why a presidential election really matters at all when you have this warp speed program that's going through no matter what, no matter who you vote for. And Jason Burmis just did a video, and it had Whitney Webb, and she is brilliant. I mean, you got to look at her research. I am digging into Whitney Webb's research right now. I'm digging into the email drops. Basically, they just made it all the stuff that came out of WikiLeaks official, essentially. So that's going on. Yet we don't see any arrests. We don't see any. We don't see Trump talking about lock her up at all. We don't hear about Bob Barr making any big arrests, or William Barr. I always call him Bob Barr. I don't know why. But yeah, let me just end it here. I just wanted to show that QAnon. It was live. I was like, I heard it, the commercial for it in the other room. So I was like, I gotta come in and do the big screen. And yeah, I hope you liked it. I think just, you know, to end this, I think QAnon is a psyop, just like Flat Earth and all that. It's like the same ilk. It's like you can't. In the way that they're trying to basically link anybody in 9/11 truth with QAnon is ridiculous. I mean, QAnon's brand new. It's like a little baby compared to this old geezer that is 9/11 truth with just books and books of wisdom and proof and data, just stacks. And I can't believe it. They also talked about dumb facilities the way they did. That's the first time I've ever heard it on national television, referencing dumb facilities, which is, you know, there's footage of truckers going underground into these giant, I mean, just unbelievably huge warehouses. They constantly take these videos down. So it's going to be hard for you to find those types of videos. And just look at continuity of government. That's part of the dumb facility agenda, where if you have some kind of crisis, you know, like Rahm Emanuel said, never let a crisis go to waste. Like, if they have something like COVID, they could have had, and I think they do have right now, continuity of government plans, like Nancy Pelosi brought up, where these people get whisked away if they're in high positions, you know, for their safety, not ours, even though all our tax money pays for these facilities that they get whisked away to. I could go on for hours on that. I don't want to ruin this video. It's just about that QAnon piece, but I just had to mention that. That's really key, that you have to differentiate these movements. You can't just have QAnon be the new term for conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory means something. People, if you look up the definition, it's simply people planning nefarious things in secret. More than one person planning something for nefarious reasons. And that's all I see with this COVID 1984 is, you know, how they had contingency plans for a terrorist attack like 9/11, before 9/11, with the PNAC document, the Project for a New American Century. COVID, I mean, they had all these things, like in 2010, the Rockefellers had basically the same plan that is being rolled out right now. And it's just, you know, that Bill Gates, the Rockefellers, I mean, Whitney Webb is just knocking it out of the park, guys. I can't tell you enough to go watch. I'm going to put a link down at the bottom of the video to Whitney Webb's interview with Jason Burmis, because it's key right now, because it really exposes these elections as being another left versus right fraud by these New World Order type globalists. That even Trump said himself. I'm a nationalist and a globalist. Remember? Like, total 1984. That, guys, is 1984 on steroids. I mean, it really is. I'm a globalist and a nationalist. It's just... Alright, have a good one.